Our basketball insider, Kevin McPherson, joining us now to talk about Isaiah Joe's decision. And I know a lot of Hog fans waiting for this decision for quite a while now. Kevin, exciting to see Isaiah Joe coming back to Arkansas.
Well, this is like Eric Musselman winning a five-star recruit, in the spring signing period. I mean, Isaiah Joe was, preseason all-second team, all-SEC, really put up good numbers in the SEC in the 9 games that he played healthy, over 20 points per game, 38% from three, only missed one free throw, like 98% from the free throw line. Those were the 9 games he played healthy. We know he played hurt through 5 games, really struggled there, 9.2 points, just 27% from three. Then he missed 6 games. So it's really hard to put perspective on how good he was when he played healthy. But if you just look at the numbers, it tells the story, and it explains why he was a guy that was on a lot of big boards and several teams, late first round, a lot of teams early to mid-second round. So for him to decide to come back to Arkansas, he sees a path probably to being a first-round pick in a year. But also, for like I said, it's like winning a 5-star recruit. Here's a guy that's going to come in as another preseason All-SEC pick, and really, there may be some talk up that he could be preseason SEC Player of the Year. Some of that chatter may be out there, but he and Desi Sills as juniors are the veterans that have got a lot of minutes, a lot of starter experience coming back, and then you've got Ethan Henderson also going to be a junior. So you kind of build around that foundation because you've got 3 grad transfers, the 4 freshmen. You've got guys like Connor Vanover, J.D. Note that sat out last year and will be available. But really, when you look at Isaiah Joe, he's the elder statesman and a guy that's really, like I said, going to come into the season probably all SEC looking ahead. And, you look at the 113 3-pointers made as a freshman, made the all-SEC all-freshman team. Then 94 threes after missing 8 games last year, led the league. So here's a guy that's not only one of the top shooters in the country, but he does other things. He economizes his dribbling. He opens the floor up, floor spacer for others to get their offense. He's a good defender. This is really big for Arkansas, Alyssa.
You lead that right into my next question. We obviously know what he can bring on the field, but there's that leadership element as well. And, you even talked to Jalen Williams talking about the leader he was when he was at Fort Smith Northside. If they get, getting Isaiah Joe back brings another leader to this team and an upperclassman that they're going to need.
I think so. And that's a great point. You talk about the foundation. We mentioned that he's the centerpiece, but, he's a kind of a quiet guy too. He leads by example, but he plays the right way. And again, I talked about the fact that, he's not out there hunting his own shot. He's playing the game within the flow. People see him take deep shots. Back in the day, those used to be bad shots. But for someone like him, who's a marksman, who's got effective NBA range. I mean, you think about the NBA line, it's much further than the college line. He shot over 44% from NBA range threes last year. So again, a guy that, you look at not only the production, not only what he brings on the floor in terms of being a threat and makes defense account for him all over the floor, but that leadership he brought up, I think he plays like a leader. And again, now, as you're coming in your junior season, you're going to be more of a locker room presence as well as a leader.
Yeah, I know that you're very close with the Joe family. I've been following this whole process. How much do you respect the way that Isaiah Joe went about this process? He was very open, but also very private in terms of what he was personally thinking. But I never once got a sense that he was leading anyone on. He just really wanted to weigh his options and make the best decision.
100% handled it the right way. He comes from a great family, and he doesn't need the NBA. All players at this level want to play at that level. So in that sense, they need it. But he doesn't need to make a rash decision and jump to the NBA for any other reason than he thinks he's ready. And so he had options there. He probably gets drafted if he stays in. But maybe he sees a better path to being a first rounder and improving himself so that he can contribute. Even after being drafted, you're not guaranteed how long you'll stick in the league or if you're going to float back and forth to the G League. Some guys don't do much better than that, even when they're drafted higher. So, he's looking at a lot of different angles on this. And if he's coming back to Arkansas, I think it's a good decision. And what you brought up, how he handled the process, he wasn't putting his business out there. No teasers, not stuff on social media to, sort of troll the fan base. Some players have fun with stuff like that. He's not that kind of guy. All business with Isaiah Joe. And I think the Arkansas Razorbacks are lucky to get him back for a 3rd season.
I know you and I are very excited to see him hopefully be playing in Bud Walton Arena his junior year, standing up there in media row watching him play. So it should be exciting. Kevin, thanks so much for all the input as well as following this story the past couple of months and keeping us informed. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Alyssa.